Hello, hello, good morning. So I decided to start doing these morning oracle readings, and essentially they're archetypes. So I'm going to pull us an archetype of the day, and we can contemplate it a little bit, and you can just sort of take that contemplation forward with you and yeah, see what it means in your life. So this is an experiment, and archetypes are essentially they're templates, but they're universal templates that are played out in stories. I like to just break it down and say like arc is like the plot of a story, the arc of a story, and then type, you think of characters and typecasting. So what kind of character would play that story? And these relate to all of us. We're always playing out different stories as humans, in this grand life. So these are just really fun to kind of investigate parts of yourself and check like how much am I loving that part of me, how much do I hate this part of me, how much do I resist it or resist it in other people or judge it. And so let's just do a little experiment and see. Okay, what do we get today? Oh my god. Right away into the devil. This is such a cool card though. I love like all the eyes. There's so many eyes, 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 eyes. So the thing that's good, I'll start. I don't know if I should start with what's good or what's bad. Maybe I start with what's bad about it and then we end on the good. So what's bad or like challenging about this archetype in ourself? We all have lower, I call it the lower frequency self or the shadow self. And the tarot calls it the devil. And it's basically anything shameful that we've repressed, anything taboo that we've repressed. You can't talk about it in society. If it comes up in your thoughts when you're alone at night, you immediately start to freak out or think that you're a horrible person. So what tends to happen is that we create a rift or a division, and then we will start to project this behavior out onto others, and we'll judge. And so it's a tricky little pattern. But when you can catch it, then you can start to do real light work, because real light work is it's an internal game, and you're checking your internal shadows and not checking them to like kill them, but checking them to integrate them, right? Like learning to take your higher self and bring some love toward that lower self, like learning to take your higher self and care for your lower self. So what could be challenging is that this could be today, a part of you that you're not proud of, part of you that is not celebrated in society, a part of you that you shun. You feel like, well, it's just not pleasant to look at. Okay, so now what's good? What's good about this card is that it's really liberating, because once you do face your shadow stuff and you're not trying to kill it, repress it, shun it, then you learn to alchemize it into energy, right? So when we are taking our higher self and caring about our lower self, there's just an alchemical thing that happens where we're giving more light. It's like shining a light in a dark, scary place, then it's not so scary. It's like seeing you think there's a snake in front of you, and actually it's just a rope. And so then you can, you know, something that seemed such an obstacle, you find out is actually not. So then you can utilize it. So the good thing here is that people that are really in touch with their shadow, and if this part of us becomes not shunned but let in, then we can use it as fuel. We can use it as fuel, and it can empower us in a kind of way, um, because we're no longer bundling up or tying up that energy and repressing it. So that energy gets freed. And, he has a torch, which I love because it's like that fire of like embracing our passionate self that might not always be pleasant to look at, but taking those intense parts of us and being okay with them, like, and so channeling them upward into our lighter self, our more playful self, or like our higher self, if you want to say. So there is a lot of power and passion in this part of you. There's a part of all of us that has this deep passion and power and intensity, but it's in the shadow for most people. um, and so, today just contemplate, where are you at with this character? Where are you at with people who air out their dirty laundry or their shadows in public? Or where are you at with powerful people? Um, where do you stand with people who you feel are selfish? Because this can also be a very selfish part of us. So just a contemplation. Um, yeah, that is pretty much all I have now. The last thing I'll say is that this is Capricorn energy. So if you have anything come up with the zodiac sign Capricorn, you might reflect on that too. But all right, I'll stop there. Let me know how this lands. Thank you.